I don't usually pay much attention to anything when I sit down on a plane. I usually scroll through my text messages before the plane takes off. The plane was filling up with people, and as it was going to be a 2.5-hour flight, I decided to sleep and closed my eyes. When the plane was in the air, I woke up due to some turbulence and glanced toward the front of the plane, and there she was. She was beautiful and standing in the aisle talking to a passenger explaining something. Then she came closer down the aisle towards me explaining something to another passenger about how to unbuckle their seatbelt. Her voice was calm and professional, but her smile? That was pure sunshine breaking through the stale cabin air. I was fixated looking at her. My eyes just never got enough of her. Naturally, I decided to make a fool of myself just to get her attention. I fell into the airline hostess fantasy realm and wanted to meet her and get to know her, but how? She was probably married, but I thought, what have I got to lose? I'll give it a try. I got an idea after about an hour into the flight and pressed the call button. Not because I needed anything. I'd barely touched my tiny cup of soda, but because I wanted an excuse to talk to her. "Can I help you?" she asked, leaning down slightly, her voice warm and polite. I froze, and instantly my mind became blank. I hadn't thought this far ahead. Yeah. I tried to look cool, holding up my drink. This, isn't very fizzy. Is it supposed to be flat? She blinked, clearly amused by the question, but didn't lose her composure. "Let me grab you a fresh one," she said with a smile, disappearing down the aisle. When she returned, she handed me a new cup. "Here you go. Anything else?" "Nope, all good," I said, feeling both triumphant and ridiculous. I spent the next 20 minutes trying to come up with a better plan. When the seatbelt sign turned on and the plane hit a patch of turbulence, I got an idea. Not a good idea, but an idea nonetheless. I unbuckled my seatbelt and pretended to struggle with it just as she walked by. "Excuse me," I said, looking up at her. "I think my seatbelt's stuck." She turned her head towards me, her expression a mix of concern and amusement. "It's not stuck. You just need to press the release button." She demonstrated, and the belt popped open immediately. "Oh, right," I said, my face turning red. "Guess I forgot the safety instructions." Her laughter was soft but genuine. "Don't worry, you're not the first." "Thanks for saving me," I said, trying to sound smooth. "It's what I'm here for," she replied with a wink before heading to the next row. I slumped back in my seat, half proud, half mortified, and my dumb ideas were going nowhere so far. I am still at first base, I thought, but I was determined to think up something better. But the real opportunity came during the descent. I decided that my ears weren't popping, and I pretended to panic. I decided to ask for her advice. I waved her over as she passed. "Hey, do you have any tips for ear pressure?" I asked. "Try yawning or chewing gum," she said, handing me a piece of gum. I gratefully accepted it, but underestimated how sticky it was. In an effort to make the gum pop out of the plastic wrapping, I pressed it too hard and the gum ejected out of the wrapper and shot straight into her hair, like a hole-in-one. Time froze. I wanted to laugh, but that would have been worse. "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!" I blurted, trying to help, but my fingers only made things worse as the gum had already stuck to her hair. "It's fine," she said quickly, holding up her hand to stop me. "Really? I'll take care of it." She ran up the aisle to the kitchen. The flight ended with me apologizing profusely and her assuring me it was no big deal. I shuffled off the plane, convinced I'd ruined everything. But as I grabbed my bag at the gate, I heard a voice behind me. "You're lucky you're kind of cute," she said, handing me a napkin with a phone number scrawled on it. I stared at her, stunned. "Seriously?" She grinned. "Call me when you're not throwing gum at people." "Oh, I'll call you later," I said. "I promise." Still shocked, but excited. I walked away, my heart soaring higher than the plane we'd just left. I couldn't believe my luck. I guess my stupidity worked after all.